Hello, welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. You're going to see an invert in today's video. Now, I am in work uniform. That is because a lot of the time I come straight home from work and crack on straight with spiders without thinking about anything else, and then later on in the evening get my shower, get changed and chill out with the family. Now, as a lot of you know, I have a kind of 6-7 year history with true spiders. I absolutely love them, and this video is the black hole spider, or the arizonica black hole spider. This one is a smaller species and it hides in crevices. It is absolutely gorgeous, and the camera in this video does not do it justice. Just hold fire and hang out for the picture of a female that I'll put up on screen. Anyway, let's crack on with today's video.
Black hole spider, arizonica black hole spider, or Kukulcania arizonica. Now, as that suggests, this spider comes to us all the way from Arizona and can also be found around New Mexico, Nevada and California, experiencing humidity around 50%. It does like the drier areas and temperatures around 22 to 26 degrees. They can live for 2 years. The females tend to be shorter legged and plumper abdomen, which leads me to believe this is a male. I'll put a picture of a female up on screen now and let me know what you think in the comments. They do grow to around 13 mil in body length, and these guys go into crevices in walls and in between rocks and create silk webbed up tunnels within those crevices, making their little home. And that's what we want to try and recreate in our enclosure as well. And it's pretty straightforward to do, and we're going to keep it nice and simple as always. So this is the Westlands bulb mix. Let it dry out a little bit, and we've added some cocoa fibre in there just to try and keep it a little bit drier. That Baraplastic tub is a 6-litre tub, around 4 inches tall, around 12 inches by 8 inches in size. We can see how dry that substrate is. Again, I want to try and keep that 50% humidity, and it's pretty straightforward and easy to do. We just let the substrate dry out a little bit more than what we normally do. Now, I'm not normally one for decor pieces like this, but this looks absolutely perfect because it creates that crevice that this spider absolutely needs. And what I'm going to do is try and create a couple of those in and around the enclosure to give our spider some choices. Now, on the left, I am going to keep the left of this enclosure a little bit higher humidity than the right, just to give the spider options. Now, this is actually a fish tank ornament and not one that I'd normally go for putting in a spider enclosure, but this one loves those crevices. So with that being a tubular formation inside, I'm figuring it might go in there and create those tube webbing that's absolutely famous for. Nice tubed silken web all the way through. That would look absolutely amazing. We're going to give it some naturalistic feel with a cork bark as well, just in case it wants to go inside that one, and again have a bit of a soil base, and again make that silken tube. It's going to be absolutely perfect. Now, this moss that we're putting in is nice and dry, so this is going on the right hand side. It's just to give the spider something different to walk on and make this enclosure more aesthetically pleasing. And with this being a darker spider, when it matures into an adult, because this one is a sub-adult, the black will really stand out and the abdomen will go like a creamy colour. And I'm figuring as when it walks over the moss, it will absolutely pop those colours. Now, to the left of the enclosure, this is, I wouldn't quite say it's damp, but it's definitely got a bit of moisture to it, kind of moss. So this is the side that I'm going to keep nice and, I'm going to say moist, but I'm trying to not overemphasize the moist. I'm literally just going to keep that moss slightly sprayed down, maybe once a week, just to keep the moisture on that side of the enclosure. Just to keep that humidity to that 50%. And also gives our spider a couple of options. So on that left hand side, we're going to put some more moss, and the centerpiece I'm going to keep just literally as soil, again because when this spider walks across a kind of a brown or a darker color, it really pops. It's an unusual spider because it's got that velvet color. When you put it against a darker color background, it actually pops. The colors actually pop against it and they look absolutely beautiful. So all we need now is to add the all-important water dish. Now, these spiders will quite thrillingly drink water from droplets off the moss, But as with every enclosure I do, I always add a water dish, because if we can add the water, why not? And it's right there on the damp side. Absolutely perfect. Now this one was actually bought from a previous show, from the Spider Shop, and if you go over there and use the code in capital letters Scott followed by the number 5 on their website, you will get a little bit of a discount at the Spider Shop. Now the black hole spider, here we go. These don't seem to be that quick, but they have got forward facing legs, so I am expecting it to have bursts of speed as and when it wants to. The venom apparently is absolutely nothing. You literally just got a puncture wound from these guys. If they actually bite you, is the best information I can find on the internet. There's not much out there on the venom, again, as per most true spiders out there, apart from it is literally not painful at all. And that is the finished setup with our spider in it. A bigger setup for this smaller spider, I know, but I wanted to give her options and see what happens. It's more of an experimental process because these are quite new to the hobby, coming from the TSS in 2025. Awesome.
Boom! Keep it simple. Keep it easy. There's no need to be overthinking these enclosures at all. There's no reason to be overcomplicating things. These spiders are so easy to keep. We get the fundamentals correct and we're gonna have an absolutely amazing hobby. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you're new here, hit that subscription button. And if you're an old one, thank you so much for your support. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one.